Actors love to have their name above the title, but my name was in the title. How could I turn that down? Rule: always be yourself, especially if yourself has a high Q rating and is pleasing to a wide variety of advertisers. See Shatner, William. It's important for an actor to avoid typecasting. At one time, I was in danger of forever being linked to a science fiction program that had a fairly brief network run in the 1960s, but fears of typecasting aside, I've had a much easier time embracing this William Shatner character. After all, William Shatner's a role I was born to play, and this Shatner guy has become more and more popular over the years. Heck, you're even listening to a book written by him. Obviously, William Shatner has found a place in your life. In some respects, he may become inescapable. It's only a matter of time before he got roasted. Now, what did I know of roasts? Well, Dean Martin used to host them on TV in the 1970s. They were gentle, slightly ribald affairs in which celebrities in ruffled tuxedos would be ribbed by such comedic masters as Don Rickles, Phyllis Dillard, Foster Brooks, and the like. Dean would sit off on the side sipping iced tea that was supposed to resemble scotch and laugh his head off. My roast would be different. As anyone who's ever watched a Comedy Central roast can tell you, no fake booze is allowed on stage. The real stuff flows freely, both to loosen the tongue of the roasters and to ease the pain of the roastee. Fun factor: Andy Dick has appeared in 2 Comedy Central roasts, and he has no recollection of this. And even though I'd been warned away by more people than just Leonard, I said yes to these comedy inquisitors who were about to strap me to the laugh rack on national television. Was I afraid? Of course. But I always bolster myself when embarking on a risky career endeavor by simply repeating my old actor's adage, only stuntmen get hurt. Why did I say yes? Well, I nearly always say yes. Yes means opportunity. Yes makes the dots in your life appear, and if you're willing and open, you can connect those dots. You don't know where those dots are going to lead, and if you don't invest yourself fully, the dots won't connect. The lines you make with those dots always lead to interesting places. No closes doors. Yes kicks them wide open. Rule: no means no. Has that been taken? I seriously considered saying no to being on Boston Legal. I didn't want to be involved in a serious grind. Yes earned me 2 Emmys. I once said yes to Decca Records when they approached me about doing an album in 1968. The Transformed Man earned itself many a no from critics, but that album has led to so many wonderful things in my life, working with Ben Folds, releasing the critically acclaimed Has-Been in 2004, and racking up millions of YouTube hits for my rendition of CeeLo's Fuck You on Lopez Tonight, and saying fuck yes to performing Fuck You got me a very nice fan letter from CeeLo. No, please, the pleasure was all mine, Mr. Lowe. If I spent more of my life saying no, this autobiographical audiobook would be a short one indeed. But enough of the touchy-feely stuff. Let's talk about my scrotum, and my weight, and my hair, and my acting, and my weight, and my hair. Did I mention my acting? All these things were fair game for my roasters, all of who were aided and abetted by a crack team of joke writers, men I quickly realized were not my friends. These writers, a bunch of schlubby guys in flannel shirts, dropped by my office for a pre-production meeting one day, and before long, I realized that they were giving me the once-over, observing my every move, listening to everything I said, piling up ammo to use against me, and trying to figure out ways to get me on a horse. I was in the hands of madmen, guys who would do anything for a laugh. The roast started with me riding through the audience on horseback, riding a horse into a roaring crowd. Have you ever ridden a horse into a 5-star hotel in front of throngs of cheering and jeering people? It's a thrilling experience, especially if you somehow manage to survive it. The horse could have gotten spooked and thrown me at any moment. If anyone should kill at a roast, it should be a comedian, not a frightened horse. Now, I love horses immensely, but I never thought I'd be riding one to my own televised execution. Either way, the show began. I survived the ride, and I successfully maneuvered the animal to the stage to thunderous applause, and even though she didn't dump any manure into the audience, plenty was about to be dumped on me at my seat on the dais. My seat was my old captain's chair from Star Trek, and I was about to enter.